Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. I'm your watch guy today. I am glad to be here with another watch to show you guys today. We have a review of a Cadisen. Now, the summer sale on Aliexpress is coming up quickly, and the Janfan watch store on Aliexpress has sent me this Cadisen to review for you guys. Very grateful for that. It is a beautiful, beautiful watch. Daydate complication, and I quite like that. It's also automatic. Lot going on for this watch, a lot to consider. It is a very pretty watch, and it does something very nice for those people who want a dress watch. So if you're interested in that type of thing, definitely stick around for this review. I've been provided with this watch for free, so that's why you'll see this little sign up here, this little paid promotion sign. Now, that doesn't affect my opinion or my review in any sort of way. If you wanted to pick this watch up, I've linked Janfan in the description. Probably about time that we turn this camera around and get into this review. This is Cadisen's answer to the Rolex Daydate 40. Now, this is a Cadisen, we know Cadisen well. However, it's not come to me by way of Cadisen, it's come to me as way of the Janfan watch store on Aliexpress. I've linked them in the description. They will have a sale on this from the 23rd of August. I think it's called the Summer Blowout Sale, something like that, something along those lines. Now, the sale price will be £73. If you want to pick this up, my advice is that you go to the link now, put it in your basket, and then wait. And when the sale starts, then pick it up. You'll get the discount, I'll get the kickback, and we all win. So yeah, I'd appreciate that if you were going to buy one of these. They do come in plenty of other coloured options too. So definitely worth checking them out. If this gold isn't for you, they do have full stainless steel versions, and they also have a full gold version, I think. So interestingly enough, it's packed with a Miyota 8000 series movement. Now, we know that I'm not the biggest fan of the 8000 series movements. However, this is the 8285, which is interesting because I haven't found this as annoying as the 8215. We all know how much I hate that movement, but this one, yeah, it's run quite well, and it hasn't been as loud. Rotor wobble's still there, but it does hack, which is obviously a bonus for the 8000 series movements. Now, obviously, with this being the Daydate 40 homage, you would expect it to be 40mm in diameter. It is 40mm in diameter, which will fit a lot of people quite well. Surprisingly enough, it's quite thin, and it's actually impressively thin, because I imagine a lot of people are going to wear this as a dress watch alternative, and it comes in at 10.8mm thick, which is very suitable for a cuff, a sleeve. I think this is going to be a good option for people who want to use it as a dress watch option. Lug to lug, it is 48mm long, which is very wearable, and we have 22mm lugs on this one. Now, it's built completely in 316L stainless steel. The casing is fully polished. Now, I'm not always the biggest fan of a full polished case. That's because they don't stand up the test of time, as well as something that's brushed. I'd like to see at least the lugs brushed on this one. I think that'd match the bracelet quite well also. Now, the crown is in a gold accent, and it's signed with the Cadisen logo. Good level grip, and it is a screw down crown. First position will be for the date, and second for the time setting. As I say, it is a hacking movement, also hand winding. We can see that it has a lovely fluted bezel on this one. The fluted bezel is also in a gold accent, which matches the rest of the design quite well. It does flow really well with this design. It's quite flashy, quite a show-off type of watch. I picked this one because, well, I don't really have many gold options in my collection. I thought it'd be nice to try something a little bit new, and it is actually quite nice, to be fair. As we move to the back, you can see there is a display case back. It is a screw down case back on this one, 10 ATM water resistant, which is 100 meters of water resistance. Usual information on the back, including the model number, which is C8185. Now, as we move on to the crystal, this is a sapphire crystal. We have a cyclops on this one, but it's not very magnified. It's not magnifying that date very heavily. In fact, I feel like it's making it look a little bit smaller, which is weird enough. It is making it look bigger, but because it's a Cyclops and you expect it to be much bigger, it's making it look small, weirdly enough. It also has no anti-reflective coating on it, so it isn't always very visible in the light. Flat sapphire piece of crystal in this one, and as mentioned prior, this casing provides the watch with 100 meters of water resistance. The dial and the inside of this casing is really the feature of this watch. Obviously we have this Daydate complication on this, and I've been after one of these watches for quite a bit. I reviewed the quartz Blingy with a Daydate complication a couple of days ago, or yeah, a couple of days ago, Wednesday I did it. But this one's an automatic, and I've been after an automatic Daydate for a good while. I think, I don't know what it is about the style, it's really grown on me. I never used to like the Daydate 40s, I never used to like the Daydate Rolexes, but recently I've started to quite enjoy them. So this is really a good budget option for someone who's into that type of style. As we look around the dial, you can see that we have applied indices throughout, and they are in a gold accent. Again, they flow with the design very well. Now, weirdly enough, we only have Roman numerals on the even numbers. So we have the 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 with Roman numeral markings or indices, and the rest are filled by batons. The design is quite nice. I quite like the Roman numeral dial. It's very attractive to me. Not going to be everyone's taste, but I think it's a really nice design. The chapter ring is an interesting one. You can see that it is homaging Rolex's chapter rings with the Cadisen logo engraved onto that, or etched onto that. It is a high polish finish, or a high gold tone finish on there. We have a really nice radial green dial on this one. Catches the light very nicely, does really reflect it quite nicely. As you can see, up to 12 o'clock we have a applied Cadisen logo, followed by the Cadisen print automatic. Down at bottom we have 1080M waterproof, 21 joules. 21 joules obviously referring to the movement in the back of this one. Date window over here, the 3 o'clock. Again, as I mentioned, with this Cyclops over it, I'm not really a fan of. The minute track on this one is a veil style minute track. Again, I am a fan of those. It is printed in white, and yeah, I quite like the design of that. We have a very simple baton handset on here. They are again in a gold tone, very reflective, very polished in nature. And as you can see, the second hand really does reach very nicely out to the edge of the dial. I think that's a very well-sized second hand on this one. I'd love to talk to you about some sort of loom, but we don't have it on here, and I'm not going to knock Cadisen for that, because that's not what this watch is intended as. I would be shocked to see any sort of loom on a watch of this style. Obviously we have the polished indices on here, no loom to be seen. As we move on from the head of this watch, we move on to the bracelet. Now the bracelet is a two-tone bracelet. We have a gold tone through the center with brushed links on the outer edge. It is a sort of president style bracelet, which is quite comfortable on wrist. We have butterfly clasp here, no markings for the Cadisen logo or anything like that on the clasp, and these are push pins. It is a stainless steel bracelet. Let me pop it onto wrist for you so you can see how it looks on my 6.2-inch wrists. It's quite a nice wear, this one. It fits quite nicely. It conforms to wrist quite nicely. Yeah, it is a really good dress option. I think they've done quite well with the design of it. I think they've followed Rolex's design to a T. Obviously this is a homage, quite a close homage at that. Yeah, I think Cadisen are really moving in the right type of direction with these designs and the execution of them. I wasn't the biggest fan of Cadisen when I first started reviewing watches, but recently they've really stepped up their game. I mean, I reviewed this AP homage a few weeks ago, and that really did do it for me. I quite liked that one, and this has followed it up quite well. Yeah, I am impressed by them. I think they've done really well here. That's not to say that I don't have any moans. The gold tones, not going to be for everyone. It is quite flashy, especially with that green dial. It's a very rich looking watch. It's not subtle in any sort of way. It will catch the eye. As well as that, I think that they've missed out on these lugs. Now, they are 22mm lugs. I think 20mm would have been perfect for this watch. I think it would have really brought together the casing a lot better than it does at this point. I feel like these lugs are quite wide, unfortunately. The end links also sit quite short, and the tips of the lugs are quite sharp on this one. As you can see, it doesn't sit perfectly here. However, they are female end links, which is nice to see, and it does help with the fit. And finally, I know that it's a gold tone watch, and I know that the entire dial is to play with that type of feature. However, it's not the most legible watch at a quick glance, so that is something that you really do need to take into account. However, if you are looking for a Daydate dress watch in this type of style, I don't think I've seen a better one. Automatic, £73 in the sale. I think this is a really good option for a lot of people. I think this will be quite popular. So if you wanted to pick this up, you know where my link is. Yeah, quite impressed. As I said in the intro, guys, this is a very good option for you if you want a nice dress watch with a little bit of a sporty edge, I think. Now, the fluted bezel, not going to be for everyone, but I think it's really pretty. I think it's a very, very good looking watch, even in those gold tones. Now, if those gold tones aren't for you, they have other options on the store. You just click that link and then pick the color that you want. I quite like the green against the gold. I do quite like it. It's not going to be for everyone, but I like it, especially that radial dial. Day-date complications are becoming a little bit more popular recently, and I quite like that because, as I said, I'm becoming a fan of them. I never really was because, well, I don't know. I just thought the Rolexes were a bit showy, but the more I looked at them, the more I kind of liked them. So yeah, I really like this. If you want to pick this up, it's available on the Janfan watch store on Aliexpress. I've linked them in the description. Thank you for watching this review, guys, and I will be back with another one very soon. So please do subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.